What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Scott from Fudge Muppet, and today I have for you the creatures of the concept art. Some cute, some interesting, some downright ugly. We are going over this concept art presented at the Bethesda E3 conference and analysing every single creature. Now remember, this is only concept art, so this does not in any way confirm its existence within Fallout 4, but it does at the very least assume the possibility of such creatures. So let's get to the good stuff. First off, let's start with the Mole Rat Queen. Before we have had some basic ass mole rats, but now we have Mole Rat Queens that has acid vomit. Actual vomit that burns shit. Like melts your face kind of vomit. Which sounds super dope. Not that I'm into that, just, it sounds kinda cool. The Mole Rat Queen seems to have baby mole rats suckling as well, so it seems in Fallout 4, creature social structures are far more fleshed out. Here we also have another named type of mole rat called the male Uber mole rat sentry, which supports the idea that there will be a significant amount of variation within the species themselves, different roles, different functions. Perhaps we will see more hierarchical structures with other creatures. We've already seen Mirelurk Queens, which are much larger and I'm assuming much more dangerous than your average Mirelurk, so it'll be interesting to see a Queen Rad Scorpion that shoots poison barbs the size of spears or something. That'd be really awesome. It would be really cool to see these different queens and types of creatures within the same species, but with special abilities such as acid vomit, or like I just said about the Rad Scorpion. Tell us what you think on Twitter in the comments below. Also, if you are looking for another place for some friendly Fallout discussion amongst an awesome community, come visit at sugarbombs.com. Our friend Mr. Matty Plays has started this website with a bunch of other people and invited us to have a section on the site. We are staying as active as we can, so you can come and visit us there, talk some Fallout 4. I'd also like to encourage you guys to check out all the other threads and really participate in this great community that is being built. So there is a link in the description, so go check it out please. It'd be a big favour to us and also to Mr. Matty Plays. Now that I'm done being a giant billboard for sugarbombs.com, we have the next striking piece of concept art. Mulder and Scully's wet dream, Aliens. We've got concept art of aliens, very similar in appearance to the aliens featured in the Mothership Zeta DLC of Fallout 3. We've already done a video on this, but to revise, it looks like they are back, and I wonder what role they will play. Hopefully a side quest or something, nothing too main story, but it's just another one of those sort of traditional wacky Fallout encounters. There's also this police-looking robot here with a siren for a head, so that looks cool, fitting in with the whole high-tech theme. Not really a creature, but still something of note. Next up, we have some more mole rats and this super mutant looking thing that looks like he's in some chunky ass armor, which brings me to one of the more interesting pictures here. This is an image of what looks like super mutants in mechanized armor, like power armor. We can see here the one on the right is an amputee with a bionic leg replacement. As we know, super mutants in Fallout 4 are the super mutants from Vault 87, the crazy ass murderous kind. So in this picture, they have managed to acquire and function mechanized armor and bionic legs. So just a crazy thought here, pure speculation. Maybe there are more Vault 87 mutants like Forks who have emerged and retained some of their intelligence. They have led other mutants into raiding groups, which could also explain their expansion further north into Boston. They also seem to be carrying some unique looking weapons, although I can't really say much other than that, there's some interesting weapons that I haven't seen before. But there's also a Mirelurk here. But we know all about them. They're just mutant crabs. Next, we have more Mirelurks in a beached ship with a seagull nearby, all straightforward, showing us the coastal areas, which I'm actually kind of excited to see, a little change up in environment. It seems there will be a nice amount of random atmosphere creating creatures like birds and seagulls. In this next scene, we have a black bird, a Brahmin, and the top half of a super mutant and a Yaoguai down the bottom. Though lastly in this little scene, we have what I think is the blood bug. We can see on the left one with a decompressed sac and one with the blown up body, the big sack full of blood, I'm assuming, because it's a blood bug. In a trailer, it sucks blood from the player in an attack, and then when we pause, here we can see its once skinny body becomes fat with blood. So I wonder if maybe it's more vulnerable once it has sucked out the blood, or it just looks cool, maybe it gains health back, maybe when you shoot it, it explodes with blood. Just spitballing here. And next we have this mutated seagull. So ugly ass birds confirmed. Fuck yeah! Then we have a super mutant again, this creepy ass, not sure what they are, ghoul type gremlin motherfuckers, I don't know what they are. Then we have this huge mutant looking creature, which I assume is a behemoth type thing, but to be honest, to me they look like they're straight out of from Attack on Titan, big genitalous killers. We also see more mole rats and the sentry again, but more importantly, we see this mole rat that seems to be burrowing. Like the actual game footage, it looks like we will have plenty of surprise attacks where the mole rats will pounce on us all of a sudden from the ground. I'm really having a good feeling about all these new dynamic elements Bethesda has been adding to the enemies, like we've seen with the rad scorpions, the interactive animations from the enemies like the blood bug and the death claw. It just all looks really cool and I'm excited to fight the enemies. Here we have the bloat flies again. These heads look like ghoul concept art, but here we have something new, a two-headed deer. Nice and fresh. It seems that that's the recipe to creating mutated creatures in Fallout. It's just adding a second head. Still looking cool, can't wait to see it in the game, if of course it's actually used. Probably near the forest areas. Well, at least that would be my assumption. In this zoomed out collection of the concept art, we can manage to point out a few obscure examples of creature looking things. Let's have a look at this lobster. Can't really tell whether this will be a mutated creature or it is literally just a lobster, but still, there's a lobster. So if you wanted shellfish in Fallout 4, they may be there. We also see what looks like a Mirelurk crab shell-like thing and a moosey deer-type antler creature here. Can't really make out what they are, it's very pixelated this close up, but you can make some educated guesses, but it's just cool to see these little pictures of like, ooh, what's this? Oh, what's that? So let me know in the comments what you think they may be. So you guys can make out what you want of those, I just thought they were fun to point out. The weirdest thing here is this winged two-legged creature. It could be like a mutated walking manta ray, because the one on the right here looks like fins maybe, but then it sort of doesn't look like fins. It has a bit of a tail here, though again it's on a beach, so maybe that's why I'm thinking it's a bit of a manta ray. That's a really wild, crazy guess, but I don't know what else to make of it. It's a bit random. It's too small to really make a good guess, but it definitely doesn't look like something that we have seen in Fallout before. Kittens! Most likely just in-game pre-war art, but maybe we will see stray cats and stuff. Here we have bats too, so maybe we'll see bats, like in caves or like burnt out sort of buildings from nuclear blasts, like crumbling buildings, like some bats going around, and birds. So maybe the bats, like the birds and the seagulls, are just sort of atmosphere creating animals, so, you know, the world seems more alive. Finally, we have this octopus, which looks fucking scary. I have a deep-seated fear of underwater creatures, so I hope we don't have to see too many of these, but maybe there will be underwater combat where you can actually fight, like mutated octopus-type things. Maybe they're just atmospheric creatures, once again, where you just sort of swim up to them and they sort of spray ink and disperse once you come near. Oh, there's also one more. What is this? Like, it has multiple limbs, but what the fuck is this? There are a few questionable creatures here that we can't really tell what they are, but what I want is your help. Let us know what you think this creature is, and also this one, and also any others that you can identify. Team effort. Come on, boys, let's hustle. Oh, and girls. Anyways, thanks for sitting through this analysis. Like this video if you want to see more crazy analysis and speculation videos. Also, do subscribe if you haven't already, because then you get to see all the videos we release. And of course, me being me, I'm going to tell you that they're going to be super good, but I'm biased. But still, I reckon you should subscribe. So follow me on Twitter, check out all our social media links, like, subscribe, share this around, and I'll see you next time. Later, nerds.